Well, good evening, Council and Parish President. I'm Chandra Sampe, filling in. Mr. Truitt's been out with knee surgery and recovering. For those of you that are watching and don't know, the Contract Monitor Division of Public Works is responsible for the monitoring of solid waste, recycling, streetlights, mosquito control, and several events such as trash bash and storm cleanup. Solid waste. That's been a hot topic for a little while now. As many of you know, on May 1st, we entered into our new contract with our bid winner, Pelican Waste Services. They were our lowest bid, keeping our current price at $11.95 per unit per month. Other competitors' prices were up to at least $16.49. And what a lot of people may not realize is that's just what we pay the vendor. When you tack on the other $5 or $6 for the landfill fees, that may have put their bill over $20. So the administration fought hard, and we did really well to keep it at the same current price for garbage services. So far this year, just since Pelican's been in office, they've already delivered over 6,000. We've already received 6,000 service calls. They've delivered 2,930 cart services. We've had 1,897 boom requests, over 200 requests for special pickups, which is just the trash that you put down on the side of the cart that people aren't quite sure that will be picked up. And Pelican has removed over 20,000 tons of mixed garbage and debris. This time last year, we were less than that, much less than that. We were in the 15,000s. So they're definitely picking it up. They're performing. I don't know. I see a difference throughout the parish that they are definitely performing their job at the same rate. And this rate did include 2 booms for the first time ever. We've never had 2 boom trucks included within that price where residents can get boom service. So, Trash Bash. This year we had our 9th annual Trash Bash event. We had 312 volunteers collect over 4,000 pounds of trash and covering over 27 miles of roadways, collecting 322 large bags. St. Charles Parish Recycling Program. I know. We're trying. We really are. We're in our 6th year of the program, and it is a volunteer-only service. The residents actually bring their recyclings to our dumpster sites. We have over 20 dumpsters placed at over 13 locations throughout the parish. Most of them are at recreational facilities. The Department of Recreation continues to assist with the overflow. They do remove the overflow at the recycle bins because people do tend to leave things that shouldn't quite be there, and Recreation really comes through and does their part and removes that and hauls it out where it needs to go. Administration is still in the process of avidly trying to bring back curbside recycling to the residents of St. Charles Parish. You know, Hurricane Katrina obliterated the facility. The main facility headquarters moved to Baton Rouge, and there's just no one here that services them. They have some small companies that do it, but the residents have to pay a much higher fee. So administration is continuing to fight this cause and try to bring back curbside recycling to the residents. Streetlights. We monitor both energy and the D&G contractor, which is the parish contractor at this time. This contract as well renewed this year, and we were able to keep the same rate of $29 per hour versus $35 and higher per hour. The new contract will start January 1st of 2018, and it's a 1-year contract renewal with a 1-year extension. So current reflectors Current records reflect that we have logged 950 service calls for lighting issues throughout our office. This has resulted in 1,502 repairs through Energy Corporation and 1,277 repairs just through the D&G contractor, which is our private contractor. While we're discussing street lights, I would like to add that we recently, Energy insisted with installing 2 of the large LED lights on the River Road where we had accident with the fatality. So they've installed 2 large LED lights, and that curve is now, I believe it's called Email's curve. That curve is now very well lit. So that was our newest installation, and that was just in the last few weeks. Okay, so on street lights, I don't know if many of the residents are familiar with it, but you can go to www.scp.reportit.com and you can report any of your lights out. And we just revamped the whole entire system, and all of the working in coordination with the GIS department, they have gone out and marked every single metal pole throughout the parish, which is, those are the poles in the street lighting that our subcontractors are responsible for. And there was a little bit of confusion off of the mapping system that they were using where they would put an address, but it didn't match the lighting that was out. So they've revamped the system, and they've gone out and they've placed numbers and identified every single pole. And they're also reflective numbers. When you drive down the street at night and you look at a metal pole, you should see a reflective number. And you can log on to the parish website, which is the scp.reportit.com, and report those street lights. And it's made it a much timelier process for getting the repairs done. Mosquito control. So to date, Mosquito Control Incorporated has sprayed over an excess of 30 million square feet of floodwaters and permanent breeding sites. That is their large. So that spray that they spray is actually part of their larval control. And so far, they've sprayed in excess of over 30 million square feet of floodwaters and permanent breeding sites throughout the parish. And the contract actually calls for only 28 million, so they've already surpassed what they're actually contracted to do, and they do not charge the parish any extra. They do it as a service on their own. Ground adulticiding has resulted in 8,200 miles of sprayed by truck, covering over 240,000 acres in the truck. And also, they're only responsible for spraying 200,000 acres. So they are attempting to do above and beyond to control the mosquitoes. And I know we do have our times where they flare up. The chemical used is biomist, and it's an extremely environmental friendly chemical. I know sometimes, and I'm just saying this for the residents that may or may not be watching, we get phone calls saying the mosquito control truck came down and they didn't turn off their sprayer. And typically they'll spray it if you're walking on the street, but either way it's environmentally friendly, and it can't harm anyone if you were to pass and you had a truck spraying while you were walking. This year alone, we've had 9 incidences of encephalitis activity throughout the parish. None of them ended up with actual encephalitis cases where people were classified with encephalitis. It was just reports found within their trapping systems. Mosquito Control's plan, what do? They do additional surveillance parish-wide for multiple surveillance traps and methods. They do additional inspections. They focus treatments in affected areas. They do thorough inspections and then follow up in those exact same areas. and they frequently adulticide treatments, retrapping and respraying those particular areas, and they put educational knockers on every household in that area that may or may not have been affected. But the affected areas have knockers, but they also go outside of that realm just so that people know that their area wasn't affected, but they've been warned. So at this time, I would like to remind all residents that the reportit.com, it's www.reportit.com. You can go on there and you can report mosquito, garbage, debris, streetlights, and recycling if you need to. And that's the new GIS system, and it runs very well, and it sends an automatic reply, and then it sends an automatic update, and it just keeps the residents very well informed.